Okay, we're going to do a little bit of a product review in this video, in that we've got a hedge behind me which was cut back right to the sort of stumps, as it were, back in, I don't know, February, March time. So this is really just one summer's growth, and as you can see, it's getting quite, quite impressive really how much growth it's done in just such a short period of time. So I haven't got a tractor mounted hedge cutter or anything like that, which would be ideal for this because you could just whiz along it and get rid of it all. All I've got is this little hedge trimmer from Mountfield, and it's the MHJ 2424, and I got this one from Screwfix, which was £159.99, and I picked it up the other day. I haven't done an unboxing video because essentially I just took it out of the box, put some fuel in it, which I think was a 1:40 ratio with 2-stroke oil, just put a little bit of lubrication on the blade itself, and started it, and off it went. So I'm going to give it a good old go, because these type of hedge cutters would be absolutely fine on things like box hedges and privet hedges and ceanothus bushes and things like that. But on a hedge like this, I wonder whether it's actually going to cope. So we're going to give it a real old test on the things like, what have we got here? We've got hazel, hawthorn, elderberry, or elderflower, oh, and all sorts. And some of these are really quite thick. You can see, compared to my fingers there, they're not too bad. So we're going to give it a fair old crack of the whip and just see how it copes. If it's no good, I'll let you know. Oh, whew, you don't need to go to a gym when you do things like this, that's for sure. Right, that's given it about an hour and a half or so of cutting, just to see what it was like. I'm quite impressed really at how powerful the machine is, given that it's only like a sort of budget machine really. It's cutting through stuff like this, for example, which if I put my finger next to it, if I can, what's that? It's about 10-12 mil thick, something like that, and it's cutting through that without any problem at all, which I'm really pleased about, because you can see the state of our hedges. They're a little bit more than just a sort of privet or a box hedge, as it were. So I think it's man enough to do the job, which is good. So yeah, I think we'll be all right. I think it's a keeper. Okay, well, I've given it a fair old crack of the whip, this little machine here, and as you can see behind me, I've hacked back the the hedge up until sort of halfway along that bit where I ran out of petrol, but that's not a problem. Anyway, conclusions on this Mountfield MHJ 2424. It's not a bad little machine, to be honest. It's when I say it's a little bit plasticky before, you can see the handle here is a little bit sort of wobbly. It is wobbly for a reason though, because there's a little toggle there which you can press down and the whole thing just rotates, which makes it easier when you're doing vertical cuts like that. So that's the reason why this is a little bit wobbly. I'm pretty confident that it was going to be okay, even though it is a bit wobbly. And a little conclusion that I've come to is that it's very easy to knock that cutout switch there when you're sort of, especially with big gloves on. You can very easily sort of, especially when you're doing all this kind of stuff, it's easy to knock that off, and the machine obviously then goes dead straight away. It was a little fly on the screw. Yeah, other than that, easy machine to start, which is good. I think straight out of the box it took one pull in choke, spluttered, and then obviously you close, open up the choke as it were, and off it goes first time. So really pleased at how easy it is to start. The blades seem sharp. As I say, I've been periodically oiling them as I've gone along. The casing here gets quite warm, which I suppose is to be expected, but you have to be a bit careful of that because that does get very warm. About 1 to 40 it says in the instructions, but all my other still chainsaws and things take 1 to 50. I'm sure it'll be okay. When it's filled with fuel, it lasts about, well, it lasts quite a long time. I think the best part of about 45 minutes, an hour, something like that. I was quite impressed at how long it lasted. So overall, would I recommend it? Yes, I would. I think it's a pretty good machine. If you're looking at getting a relatively cheap hedge cutter that will do most things, then yeah, I don't think you can go far wrong with this one.